Today I would like to explain to you the concept with the so-called Hindus. Doesn't matter, up, down, you see me, it doesn't, it's the points I'm trying to upload. I'm charging the mobile, so yeah, like this. You hear my voice. Up. And the point I'm trying to explain is this concept with the so-called Hindus and others, even cults in previous time. This cults is talking about it's lost. There is something that I've printed. So they believe that human keep living again and again and again. That each human being, if you go to some cults within the so-called Hindus, it's very obvious, though there is others. They believe that we used to live in a previous life. Okay, and there is a lot of rubbish in regard of the details of this, how we lived in life before, and some people would have these memories about how they lived before. Okay, and they see these memories or this feelings toward an incest. Toward any, there is a certain feeling. Now, don't bring me the Gohams who say, I feel I belong to the holy. No, you do not. Stop it. Someone, for example, calling himself a Shiite and relating himself to the family of Muhammad, and after what happened in Iraq and Syria, he come, I remember, stop this. Stop it. Don't relate yourself. I can come here right now and say, I feel I belong here in Manchester, or London, or Tokyo, or whatever. I feel I love. Okay, don't come and mess around with us. I'm explaining to you, is this, does it have any true in it? Yes. But not the way they are explaining. I'm going to explain to you how. Regardless of the places, forget this is emotion, I'm talking about memories. Memories and things and different worlds and okay. A. There is so many points. I'm going to just mention previously. Imagine you have a big old grandmother or grandfather, okay, who lived before 3,000 years. Okay, and there is something spiritual concerning this person. I'm not saying he's good or bad. I'm not saying he's a messenger or not. So it can even go to Adam himself, but this is not for anyone. And we should live a normal life and seek glory, seek happiness, live happiness, never create unjust, and fight against darkness with a justified, legitimate reason. This needs a lot of explanation, so that we wouldn't create unjust. Allahumma la taj'alna min al-zalimin. Imagine you have a great-grandfather, 400 years, 500 years, 600 years, 1,000, 2,000, you name it. A grandfather or a grandmother. This grandfather or this grandmother, let's say a grandfather, for example, and he was, for example, let's say 60 years. 60 years, okay? Or 50 years, or whatever. And he had you as a child. 30 years, whatever, had you as a child. Now there is a certain memory. There is a certain material on him code. It's not nothing to do with DNA. It's related in a different way. This structure of his body, you can look at my video and ignore it. Absolutely, it's not a big deal. It's because it won't change anything, honestly. This structure, this structure of him being a human being is connected to itself. Look at me right now. I have memories, I have thoughts, I have experience, I have a body, like you. We have chest, we have tongue, we have lung, we have hearts, kidneys, and we have emotion, and we interact, our etheric body, with others, with the world, believe things, we see things, we look at things, we hear things. So it's all in this open glass, let's say. It comes with everything. And all of a sudden, a sperm. Tiny sperm. Or a female egg. What do you call it in English? A boiler. Comes from the body of this human being. With all life, what do you call it? The life power in it. Small, big, it doesn't matter. And then it's emerged with a female egg, and then there is a creature. Do you see? It's very tiny rope. Do you know the rope? Small. There is some people who can interpret this equation of experience, seeing, visions of this father. Then it goes to this son or daughter. And then the son himself would create his own. It is affected. I mean, they say in a very, I mean, they say that the children, the babies inside their mothers, can recognize to a low degree and feel to a low degree and interact with the emotion of this woman, even if it's in low or big. If the father is a smoker, he will affect his children, regardless. Understand me? If he's a drinker, there will be a certain effect that will be touched on the children, his lifestyle. Now Tiger is saying 1,000, exactly. There is people who just, I don't know how to explain it. 20 generation, 30 generation, 40 generation, and all of a sudden they see things. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. Sometimes it does make sense. Sometimes they are very naive and everything happened to them. Sometimes no. People are serious. They just see something, and sometimes they don't talk about it. They just don't talk about it. And sometimes they see a big, huge information about that grandfather or maybe grandfather. Though it's a very tiny rope connecting them as an individual, independent human being to this ancestor who lived 1,000 or 100 years. You understand the point? And some people, they just see things. When they move to a place, for example, someone who's living in Australia, and then he chooses to go to England, he's originally from England, or someone in Canada for a generation, and then he said, I want to go and visit town we used to live in France, or the country of France, or Italy is in America. And there is some things, I'm not talking about someone saying, I feel I belong here. I belong here, look at this, the Holy Land Scripture. We chose Moses, say it for us. This is rubbish. Talking about something and he's seeing things. Either he's drinking, he's severe or whatever. And he's still using tablets. And he's just, it won't affect anything. It won't change anything. It just, you remember burying someone, crying. You don't know it's his body. Now, it could take him to a dangerous path, unfortunately, if he have mental issues. And let's hope that they wouldn't... Yeah. It is there, but we need to be real. Because this world is... I mean, why we should study it? You understand the point? Now, these people, within the history, the cults, they start interpreting this as it's our previous life. Rubbish. You will live one life. You have a soul. It's connected to a barzakh. Okay? Easy. I'm not attacking anyone. So, these who work as slaves and servants, then they will go to a higher. This is rubbish. Rubbish. And I don't know how they put... I'm sorry, my opinion. They're always insulting, you see. Insulting, doing all sort of assault. I mean, there is a so-called Hindus who say, what Hindus respect Judaism? This is Moses, Solomon. Why Muslim Muhammad go there? It's craziness. It is Israel. Why Palestine? Koti panel nina. Shiite better. Sufis better from Sunnis. Look at Sunnis. Terrible. No, terrible. So, this gives me the right to criticize by saying the truth about some of the so-called. So no, this is rubbish. And they invested in this. They invested, like the devil is investing in all his projects. They invested where they so many convinced that the gods of Hindus, or the so-called Hindu god or whatever, or the spiritual universe power rule, assigned you at this level. Do not revolt. We fuck you, we rape you, we do everything to you. This is rubbish. There is Hindus, they are descended from such level, and you need to stay there because you, in the previous life, you used to live a higher class, but you did crimes. So you need to come and pay. Fuck that. You don't pay anything since your birth. You're good. You're not good. I'm good. You're not good. You deserve. You're good. Everything is fine. Goody to goody. Give me kissing. Chart of structure in there. Oh, his man is fasting. He's lotting, torturing himself. Helicopter. I am peaceful. Don't force me. Make me no bread. My major friend do it for me. Anyway, I think I have explained enough. Doesn't mean that I am uploading something dangerous and I have a goal. No, just laughing at those ignorant people.